Hello and welcome to another episode. I am Brian, the Unskilled Commander. That's right. This is going to be match 2. Mahor, Mahur, whatever. Rin and Seri, Azusa, and Kediss. I already rolled the dice. Kediss is going to go first, so let's go ahead and jump right into the game, people. We're going to draw a turn, play a mountain. Pass turn. Paramorphic Expanse on turn 1 for a forest in the monocolor deck. Shuffle and then pass. And I stick by it, even in monocolor decks, that Terramorphic, Evolving Wilds, and Mirrored Landscape go in every deck because it's deck thinning, and it helps you get if you have multicolors, it gets you the colors you need, and if you don't, it's just deck thinning, gets you closer to the real cards you need faster. I like it. I think it works. Maybe there's stats out there that say it's dumb. I don't care. I see it. I feel it. It makes a difference. But we're going to pass over to here, as I said. And we will play, hey, the mirrored landscape I talked about, which comes in tapped. On turn 1, who cares, right? Pass turn. Mountain for turn over here. And pass to turn 2. Kaboom! Untap, upkeep, draw. We're going to play a mountain for turn. All right, you know what? I think Kediss is going to start out angry and strong. But we're going to Cleansing Fire. Destroy target land. Its controller gets a basic. Onto the battlefield tapped, and then I draw. Draw. I'm going to blow up your mirrored landscape before you get to use it. No, you son of a, that was a plan. But I get to go get a land. So I get one of the 2 forests I was going to get. And then it's going to pass over to here. I think we know where Ren and Seri is going to go when it starts beefing up. We're going to play a forest over there. So we're going to tap 2 for Farseek. Search your library for basic plains, island, swamp, or mountain. And, oh, crap. Well, gosh golly. Gosh golly, that's stupid. I forgot that Farseek doesn't go for forests. Well, that's a useless card. Illegal deck! Under 100! You lose! Yeah, so we're just gonna fail to find. That was dumb. I'm gonna take that out so I know to take it out. Put a different mana ramp spell in there. You know, I mean that's the joke of it basically. It's like green, it's only 2 cost green, so it's like, oh yeah, must go for forest too, right? And I forgot that it's special like that. We're gonna go ahead and pass then. And that was a wasted turn. Kind of annoyed by that, but whatever. Draw for turn, play a mountain, and we will go ahead and tap 2 for Impact Tremors. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, it deals 1 damage to each opponent. We will pass. Untap, upkeep, draw, play a mountain. Tap both for an Arcane Signet. Oh, I actually do have a 1-drop I just drew. Huh. Okay, we will tap for a red to play Grim Initiate. A first striking 1/1, and when he dies, amass 1. Put a +1/+1 counter on an army. If you don't have an army, make a 0 black zombie army creature token first, and then put a counter on it. We will then pass turn. Untap, upkeep, draw. Play a mountain for turn 1 and 2 to play Kediss. Whenever a commander you control deals combat damage to an opponent, it deals that much damage to each other opponent. Although the second part damage is not commander damage. It's just damage. We're going to go ahead and pass. Going to play a forest return, tapping all 3 for Azusa, Lost but Seeking. Really pretty alt art from the Secret Lair. You may play 2 additional lands on each of your turns. Well, guess what? Boom. And boom. No 2-drops, but that's still awesome. As opposed to the last game, I actually do have a couple. Well, now I only have 1, but I had extra lands in my hand to really take advantage of that, so that's awesome. Especially since I screwed up and missed, had the wrong ramp spell in the deck. That's a nice catch-up. We'll go ahead and pass. Untap, upkeep, draw. I will play a Plains for turn, have all 3 colors of my commander now, tapping all 3 for a commander's sphere. So I can play it on schedule on turn 4, and we will pass. Untap, upkeep, draw for turn. Just realized I don't have a black, which is very upsetting. Oh, wait, I have Arcade Signet. We're good. Phew! Scared myself. We're going to Rogue's Passage as a land for turn, tapping these two to play Mahur Urak High Captain. 2/2 Menace. If one or more counters to be put on an army, goblin, or orc you control, put that many +1. So it will affect the zombie army because it just says army, goblin, or orc. So that's nice. It does. I could go and find better amass cards from Amonkhet or whenever and put them into this deck as well. It doesn't have to just be orc amass. I will also then tap 2 to play Rakdos Signet, but that is going to be all we can do. I mean, we can attack with a 1/1 first strike. It could kill that. It can't kill that. You're open, so we will send 1 damage at you. Haha! First blood. Pass turn. Untap, upkeep, draw, mountain for turn. We'll go ahead and tap 3. Wait, I just realized. Yes, that's a better idea. Okay. I was like, oh, wait, that person's open. We want to take advantage of that. We're going to move to combat. I'm going to swing Kediss at you because you are open. In response to no blockers, I'm going to tap 2 for sudden breakthrough. Target creature gets +2/+0 and gains first strike until end turn, and I make a treasure token. That'll be my treasure token. So it is now a 3/1. You take 3 commander damage, which we will denote with the nice bright red dice, but you guys also take 3 damage. Not commander, but still 3 damage. That is what I like to see. All right. We are wide open though, but that's a nice start. I still have 2 mana. Ooh, that's a good point. I could do that, couldn't I? That would be a real jerk move, but I think we'll do it. We're going to tap 2, cast in fire, exile target artifact. Now, you want to hold that, obviously, for like a much better artifact, something like really groundbreaking and stuff, but the reason why I did that is because now, theoretically, they can't cast their commander on their turn. Now, I think they do have a land in there. I do. But we don't know that. It's a nice. Now, I guess, I don't know. Maybe blowing up one of their things is more opposite, or just sitting on it and waiting until you have like a much more important artifact to blow up. But I'll be honest with you, none of my decks, these ones, other than this side, well, I guess this does have some good artifact equipments as well, but not as much as, well, they're kind of about the same, I guess. Point being, I don't have any crazy good artifacts to hold on to for. So slowing that guy down in the hopes that I can get through again next turn, I think that's the way to go. But we'll pass. Untap, upkeep, draw. Play a land for turn. Unfortunately, it's the only one I have. I'm going to go ahead and tap 3 to play Mana Gorger Hydra. So 1/1 with trample, but anytime anybody plays a spell, you put a +1/+1 counter on it. I will then tap 3 to play Natural Connection. Search for basic land, put it in the battlefield, tap, shuffle library. That will, of course, put a 1/1 counter on Mana Gorger, so it's now a 2/2. Getting something like Mana Gorger out early as a game is really huge because it's great when everyone early levels or early turns, everybody wants to play as many spells as they can. He'll get up real high. But of course, creature destruction is pretty easy. I could attack over here for 1, but I don't think there's no reason. We're going to go ahead and pass. So now, Rin and Seri has a bunch of different targets, or do they? Maybe they screw. I can't remember. We're going to go ahead and play Osuju, who endures. So we did have another land, obviously, and we will tap all 4 to play Rin and Seri, Inseparable. Whenever you cast a dog spell, make a 1/1 green cat token. Whenever you cast a cat spell, make a 1/1 white dog token. You pay 3, tap Rin and Seri to deal damage equal to the number of dogs and gain life equal to the number of cats. But a creature entered the battlefield under my control, so each opponent loses a life. Oops. Go down. There you go. Right, we will pass. Untap, upkeep, draw. Gonna go ahead and play Karn's Bastion. I'll basically just put these together because that, means I automatically make both. which I will do. And Karn's Bastion to play Krenko, Tin Street Kingpin. A lot of people use him as their commander for mono red decks because he's a really great goblin commander. And that's kind of where I want to take this deck is like orcs, mass cards, and goblin cards from prior sets, like good goblin cards, and then just kind of fill it in as needed from there. I think it should be a decent deck. But regardless, whenever Krenko Tin Street Kingpin attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on it, which would be 2 because he does in fact deal with goblins, and then create a number of 1/1 goblin creature tokens equal to his power. So that could get real crazy real fast. I still have 3 mana open, but I do not have the right color, so it's okay. I'm going to go to combat. I'm going to swing my hurt at you because he's got menace, so you can't block him. So you're going to take 2 commander. No, 2 I said. And then Grim Initiate's going to go over at you because you're open and hit you for 1. I guess we'll go ahead and put this here to denote that's from you as best we can, and we will pass. Now we're kind of open over there, but it's still early in the game. Oops, untap. That's a treasure. Draw for turn. Play a mountain. Cool, cool. So then I'm going to tap 3. Play Sword of Light and Shadow. A quick creature gets +2/+2 and has protection from white and from black. Whenever a quick creature deals combat damage to a player, you gain 3 life, and you may return up to 1 target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. I'll then pay 2 to equip it. So now he's a 3/3, better. I think in the last episode I did talk about, I don't want, to just make a bunch of equipment cards with all the swords, and I stand by that. This is like one of the only swords I had that's not in Kemba. This actually got taken out of Kemba for different equipment. So I was like, well, the protection aspect is what I really wanted it for. I mean, the +2/+2 is important, but it's the protection is, like I said in the last episode, I want him to be unblockable, either flying, trample, unblockable, or protection, so that he can get through and then hit him with a bunch of pump spells right when he's about to do damage and do it to everybody. So let's see. He's protected from black and from white. So that means you can't block, and these guys can. You can. So, yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and do that again. I'm going to swing at you for 3. You can't block. So you're going to take 1, 2, 3. That's 3 more commander damage. And then everyone else, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. See, now that's what I wanted to see. It's doing some pretty good stuff. Now I'm wide open, though, so everyone's going to start cracking back because they see what's going on. And, ooh, I just realized that. Okay, so that was 1, 2, 3. So 3 spells, upping that to 5. Yes. Nobody else. I didn't play anything else other than that creature, that creature, creature. Right? Right, because I played it and then had to equip it. Okay. All right. So at least I saw it slightly before I would have saw it on the turn. We're going to pass. Oh, wait, hang on. When it deals damage, you gain 3 life. 1, 2, 3. That's awesome. And you may return a creature card from your graveyard. There is none. So we pass. Untap all of this land. Upkeep. Draw. 1, 2, 3 to play Beneath the Sands. It's going to take you up. Search for basic land. Put it on the battlefield tapped. And I've still got 4 open. That's awesome. 4 to play Guardian Project. Really great card for green. Whenever a non-token creature enters the battlefield under your control, if it doesn't have the same name as another creature you control or a creature card in your graveyard, you draw a card. In Commander, they're all supposed to be one-offs, so that's like almost a guaranteed draw every time you play a creature. Wait, so I said that was 5, and that dropped to 6, so that ups it to 7. So it's now 7/7 with trample. Who has done the most what? I believe. I don't see any commander damage tickets, so I'm just going to go ahead and straight smack you for 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You are gaining life. You're hitting everybody for a lot of damage. You deserve it. We're going to pass. Untap, upkeep, draw. Exotic Orchard. Add 1 mana of any color that an opponent's land could produce. Well, shoot. That's not cool. We're going to tap for a white to play Yoshimaru Ever Faithful. It's a 1/1 dog. Whenever another legendary permanent enters the battlefield under your control, put a +1/+1 counter on him. I played a dog, which means I make a cat token. Now, this one doesn't have lifelink, but the little token I have, which is really from the Baltimore Command Fest, does. But we'll just ignore the lifelink. See, every token I have is actually technically the wrong token, especially since it's supposed to be a green cat token and these are white. So whatever. I'll have to get better tokens for it eventually. And regrettably, I don't have the right. Well, first of all, Tremors hits, so everyone takes a damage, which is cool. And then the cat enters, so everyone takes a damage. Because it's whenever a creature enters the battlefield, not cast. The problem being, I don't have the right mana colors to play any of the cards in my hand. Because I need white, and I only have one producer of white, and nobody else makes white, so even this doesn't help me. It does help me with green, which is and red, which is nice, but that's it. Okay. So we're gonna move to combat. You've been screwing me over, so I'm gonna obviously hit you for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you're gonna take 4 commander damage, which is gonna be hard to keep track of whose commander's damage is from where. But such is life. No end step triggers. We're gonna go ahead whenever a non-legendary permanent enters the battlefield. Tokens are not permanents, I don't think. I don't know. And whenever another legendary. It has to be legendary. Never mind. Pass turn. Untap. Upkeep. Draw. Let's see. We're gonna go ahead and play Temple of the False Gods, which is online. Darn it! Again, I don't have the right land colors to do everything. Okay, you know what? We're gonna try and play this smart, huh? So we're gonna move to combat. I'm actually going to send Krenko and Grim Initiate both at you. When Krenko attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on him, but this buffs goblins, orcs, and armies, so it's actually going to put 2 counters on it. And then you make a number of 1/1 goblin creature tokens equal to the Krenko's. Let's see, so it puts it on. I wonder if I can respond to that. I think it's trigger. I think I can respond to it. No, wait, it has to be on there, I think. So my point was I want a Karn's Bastion and buff it, but it won't. I don't think I can do it fast enough for it to make an extra goblin. I can do it on like second main phase, but even if I did it in response, I don't think because it has to be. It's like put them on and then make the things. So I can't proliferate something that's not on there yet. So he just makes the buff, which is nice. So that's going to make 2. So that is going to make 2 gobos that just makes them there. I'm not attacking. So 1, 2, 3. So you're going to take 3 damage. 1, 2, 3. Then on my second main phase, I'll go ahead and tap 4. Actually, tap 4 and Karn's Bastion to proliferate, which would make that one go up. But a counter is being put on a goblin, so he's going to buff that again. So now there's 4. See, Krenko is going to get crazy on the next turn, which is awesome. That's all we can do over here. We're going to go ahead and pass. I suppose I could have swung him over there, the commander, for 2 damage, but it's okay. I'm not going to go back and do that. So untap, upkeep, draw for turn, play a mountain. Unfortunately, I'm not getting any of my buff spells, so let's see if this can help. 1, 2, 3, Sky Scanner. When it enters the battlefield, I draw a card. Haha, no, it's an extra land. Thanks a lot. So we'll just do 1, 2, 3 for Squee the Immortal. He's a 2/1. You may cast Squee the Immortal from your graveyard or from exile, from anywhere. Let's put him over here. These 2 have Summoning Sickness. He's still a, let's see, that's a green cat, so he can block. The dog can't, but the cat can. White and black. But it's a 3/3 versus a 1/1. So we're going to go ahead and send Kediss over at you to see what you do. 31. I like the idea. I don't really have any buff spells in my hand like I would like. Like enchantments that buff the board state on my side over there. So I really don't want any more commander damage. And then that would cause everyone else to lose life. Although that would help me in the long run, honestly. But the commander damage makes it so it's not. So we're gonna block with the cat. There's no trample. Doesn't get. Oh, but no, wait. These are red. So yeah, okay. I was gonna be like, oh, he can't block, but yeah, the gobos can. All right, that's all we can do there. We're gonna pass. Untap, upkeep, draw, return. Okay, does not help me with the land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. No, that's just enough. So I guess the land kind of helped, but again, we saw it last game. Annoying. Uh, oh shoot! What did I play? I played him, so that's one. I just activated Krenkos and stuff, so I didn't play anything over there. But I played these two, so that's another three. So that makes him up to 10. And I just played a spell, so that makes it 11. So I'm playing Mioge of the Life's Web. We saw it before. He's an 8/8 that comes in with a divinity counter. He's indestructible as long as he has that. And if you remove the divinity counter from him, you can play any number of creature cards from your hand into play. But I'm top decking, so it doesn't even help. But I did play a creature that doesn't have a name that shares anything. So cool, I get to draw a land, which I can play because of Azusa, so that is cool, I guess. But again, top decking now. But we've got an 11/11 with trample, so we definitely want to start swinging that bad boy somewhere. The question being where exactly. That's going to get real bad real fast. So I think we should definitely send the 11/11 over that way. Because he's got 1, 2, 3, 4 toughness. He cannot, or power, he can't kill it. But he doesn't want to, but I mean, it's trample. 7, and we don't want the commander. I guess we could sacrifice both goblins for right now, because we're going to make a bunch more. So that means only 9 would get through. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Pretty solid. And we got a nice blocker built up. That's all we can do, so we can pass. Untap. Upkeep. Draw. I really need some extra white, and I'm not getting it, so I'm going to have to try and get it. Get it. 2 green and 2 others to play Harmonize. Draw 3 cards. 1, 2, and 3. No lands, although we got a Bonder's Ornament, so that'll help next turn, but doesn't help right now. And we didn't play anything. I mean, I played something, so 12, but I didn't play any creatures, so no impact tremors. Probably want to hold fast at this point with all the creatures going around. We're going to have to pass. And it's not that big a deal considering Red and Seri won the last game, so I'm not going to hold it against them if they lose this time. Untap, upkeep, draw. Man, I do not have any black except for that. That's kind of... Oh, wait, never mind. I will take the mountain back that I just played and instead played Evolving Wilds to go get a swamp. Because we definitely need some swampage going on here. Now, here's the thing. I mean, he's a 4/4, right? Wait, no, because when we attacked, we put 2 on him. So actually, it should be up there like that because he's a 1/2. We don't want to get it. So he's a 5/6 right now. So where do we want to send that bad boy? Can't go there because we got indestructible 8 that can block. We can go here or there. Neither one can stack block and kill it. Yeah, I guess we'll send it at you because you have higher life totals. So 5 damage at you. However, on attack, you're going to put a +1/+1 counter on him, but that's going to make it 2. So now it's a 7/8, and we're going to make, oh man, we're going to make 6 goblin tokens. Now I remember why everyone was always so scared of Krenko when he was a commander. But anyway, you've got yourself a 7/8 coming at you. No trample though, so you can block with the dog, and which is all I really cared about because I wanted to get that anyway. And the cool part is 1, 2, 3, 4 tap Karn's Bastion will just proliferate. That's going to jump up to 8 thanks to our commander. Good old Maher. So awesome. Pass turn. Untap, upkeep, draw. Wow, play a mountain for turn. I don't need the mountains right now, guys. Thanks a lot. We're gonna 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to enchant Kediss with, oops, what is it called? Burning Anger. So what that says is enchanted creature has tap. This creature deals damage equal to its power to target creature or player. So that's not going to be combat damage. Ah, that's true. Shoot. He has to deal combat damage to do the spread out thing. The reason I put this in there was like, oh, that way he can get past people. But no, that's the wording makes it so that's not going to work right. Unfortunate. I mean, I could still do 3 damage to somebody, which is nice, but it's not really going to help. Okay, but he's unblockable to you, so we're going to send it. 1, 2, 3 at you because you have a white creature, and he's unblockable, protection from white and black, so you can't stop him. You're going to take 3 commander, 1, 2, 3, up to 9 commander damage, but everyone else, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 as well. Awesome. And I think we do have a flyer. No, we should leave that on the ground. Or we should leave that for blocking. I have 3 mana open and 2 lands in my hand, so we're not going to play anything. And there's nothing we can get rid of to do anything. Continued, I get 1, 2, 3 life, and I can return a creature to my hand. Still don't have any creatures in the graveyard. Darn it, I keep forgetting about that Mana Gorger. What do I play? Didn't actually play anything. That's the funny thing. I haven't actually played. I played the Evolving Wilds to get the swamp, and then I just went to attack and did all that. So playing this card gave you a buff, which I probably should have just not done. But I did, so we're not going to take it back. And pass. All right, untap. Upkeep, draw. Top decking a forest. Fantastic. Like, I got all the mana in the world and nothing to play with it. And I can't even, like, do anything to draw cards. Nothing to destroy, no mana rocks to get rid of. Unfortunate, guys. So, obviously, we're just going to have to keep Life's Web up for blocking and go ahead and swing Mana Gorger. Yeah, well, wait a second. We got 6, 1, 1, so 6, 7, 8, 9, 13. Can't destroy it, but obviously you're going to want to put some stuff in front of it. Maybe the question being, do we block with all the goblins to cut the number in half to only take like 7 damage, and then we're going to make 10 more goblins next turn? Or do we actually like take the damage to swing with 6 goblins next turn at somebody? I guess the smart move is to block because we're gonna make a whole bunch more next time. So that means we only take 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And actually, I think we might block with this dude too because when he dies, we amass 1. So get 1 life back. So we will only take that would have been blocking with 7. So we would only taken 5. And I don't remember what the number was at. I thought it was at 19. So whatever. That 1 damage might be something, but we're gonna. It's not an actual orc; it's a zombie. But we're gonna go ahead and say that's the. I don't have any of the right tokens for any other than this orc. I don't. I didn't. Again, I didn't bother to really full out build these things, so we'll worry about that later. But because of his ability, that does not. No, it's army. Doesn't matter if it's zombie or not. So that's gonna be a 2/2 orc as well. 2/2 a 2/2 zombie army. That's all we can do. We're gonna pass. Untap, upkeep, draw. 1, 2, 3 to play Bonder's Ornament. And I don't think it's going to matter at this point. We'll try. 2 white and 1 other to play Glorious Anthem. Creatures you control get +1/+1, so Rin and Seri is at least now 5/5. Not going to do much against an ever-growing thing, which just grew some more. It's up to a 14/14. We're going to pass. Oh, actually, it's a 15/15 because we played the Bonder's Ornament too. So we untap, upkeep, draw for turn. I'm going to play a mountain for turn. We'll go ahead and 1, 2, 3 to play a letter of acceptance so we can get mana of any color. We're going to go to combat and swing Krenko, doesn't really matter where. We'll swing him at you, but he's going to get the buff, which is going to jump up to 10, which is going to make 10 Gobbo tokens. And then, so it's an 11, 12 coming at you. You got to block it. So you got to block it, which means that's going to cost 2 more to play. I think Seri is pretty much out of this one. So it's not trample, so that stops the damage. And then we can go ahead and, as always, 1, 2, 3, 4, Karn's Bastion. That's going to proliferate this up to 12, and I believe these are counters, so that's going to proliferate this up to 4 as well, because it's doing the thing there. So that's awesome. We're still not enough to, well, we could massively stack block and kill that, but that depends on, shoot, no, because we played Letter of Acceptance. So that puts that at 16. Still have 3 mana open, which I was going to play something else instead of do the Karn's Bastion, but that's fine. At this point, we really don't need it over here. We're going to pass. Untap, upkeep, draw for turn. Well, I mean, I don't even know if this really matters, because it's also just going to help make him bigger. So we might not want to do it, but tap 3 for Staff of the Flame Magus, which is going to plus you, and then, which, whenever you cast a red spell or play a mountain, enters the battlefield, you gain 1 life. So I'm going to play a mountain, gain a life, move to combat, deal 3 damage to you, 1, 2, 3, you're up to 12 commander damage. I don't think that's what you're worrying about right now. But then everybody takes 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and I gain 3, 1, 2, 3. And I return a creature card, still nothing in my graveyard. Okay, we're going to go ahead and pass. Untap, upkeep, draw. Oh, wow. Yeah, this is going to be a killer for somebody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Get this. Unnatural growth. At the beginning of each combat, double the power and toughness of each creature you control until end of turn. So that's now 17/17 is now going to be doubled. This is a 16/16. This is a 2/4. And this is a 34/34 with trample. Yeah, that's amazing. We don't really want to let ourselves wide open. Like, we can flat out kill somebody with this. Like, Managorgia Hydra is going to straight up, well, it might actually not kill the goblins. So we can kill somebody else with that. But I think that's the point then, huh? Right, because he's got 10, 14, 15, 16 potential blocking damage, and he's only got 10 life. So you have to, right? Because that's a threat. And Krenko is a 12/12, or 12/14 at this point. So, like, he is definitely going to be a big threat. These guys we can handle. So yeah, we're going to move to combat. And I'm still going to swing the board, but I'm going to swing the 16/16 and the 2/4 at you. So that's 16, 17, 18 damage to you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 16, 17, 18 damage. And then the 34/34 at you. The best you can do, like I said, is 10, 14, 15, 16. You can block 16 of it, which isn't even half. You're dead. And like well into the negatives, I won't bother with the full thing, but that was a good run for you, considering you were built off of just, 2 pre-release kits and some scraps. So I applaud you. That Krenko is obviously the main reason, the only reason, but still, I'm happy with that. It helps me learn, okay, Krenko, take it in the Amass and Goblin Krenko direction for that if I want it to be really competitive. Not competitive, but you know what I mean. Being able to keep up with my friends, let's say it that way. There is no other end steps, so we're going to pass. We are wide open, but I don't think it matters at this point. Untap, upkeep, draw for turn. I can try and play some... I don't think I have enough mana because I keep missing land drops in this stupid deck for some reason. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, I need 2 more. That'd be a really super fun card to play, and I can't do it. All right, well, we're going to tap 2 white to play Leonin Skyhunter. It's a 2/2 with flying. Each opponent takes a damage. And then I've got 4 mana left. And not in the right colors to play anything except for this. So 3 to play Komanu Battle Armor. It's a 2/2 with Menace, and you can reconfigure it into an equipment, and the equipped creature gets +2/+2 and Menace. Whenever the armor or the equipped creature deals combat damage to a player, you goad each creature that player controls. Another creature came in, boom, boom, but it's not going to help. So they're both 3/3s, one in the air, one on the ground. Not going to do much against a bajillion over there, but we're going to go ahead and pass. Now, I think in a real game at this point, you're going to start to have a discussion. Not about ganging up, because that's not even a question. But in real facts, it's like I know that both of these decks, they have some answers, but not as much as I should, obviously, but probably no board wipes. Which, unless it's a targeted removal, which they could have, so we'll keep playing it out a little bit, but you might kind of just concede at this point, where you're like, dude, I'm at 7. He's got, like, it's going to double every time. And, oh yeah, I just played, 2 creatures. So now it's a 19, so it's going to double. You know what I mean? So you can either not play spells and get killed, or play spells and make it worse. So it's probably over, but let's just see. In case I pull... Nope, I did not. So I got to play a land for turn. I gain a life. Got to tap it for a Traveler's Amulet. I'll sack the treasure to sacrifice the amulet to put a basic land card from... Reveal it, and it goes into my hand. It doesn't even go onto the battlefield to get that extra life gain. So there's a mountain that becomes my hand because I don't have anything else. That's a 1-card hand. You've got a red and a white, so you can block. You're green, you can block. So I can't even swing at anybody to get through. We're just going to go out swinging. We're just going to tap to deal 3 damage to you. 1, 2, 3. And then move the combat, swing 1 in the air at you. Oh, you are tapped down, so squeeze well. So another 2. But that's it. I think that's pretty much game. Because we come back over here. We untap. What did I just play? I played Traveler's Amulet, so that puts it at a solid 20. It's now going to be 40 damage. Draw a card. All right, we saw this last game, so I'm not even going to bother playing it. It's a big creature that's cool, but especially with all the lands, but it's not. It doesn't have haste, so it doesn't even matter. Yeah, I mean, everything gets doubled. So again, we would send these 2 at you. They don't have trample, but, you block, both of your creatures die. And this is going to go at you. You're completely down anyway. It's 40 damage. Hey, ho, down to -10, which is hilarious. -10. We go ahead, yeah, you blocked. You're still alive, but you pass turn. You draw a turn. Now we get the other anthem I wanted. Instead of getting 2 lands where we could play the really good card that would almost save us. Not really, actually, since it's not that big a deal. I won't tell you I'll save it because it'll be really funny if I get to use it in a game. But yeah, we concede. We're all dead now. So there you go. Big Stompy Green, surprise, surprise, wins the game. Not too shocking, I know. And again, not claiming genius on the creation of that because it's very easy to make the big green Stompy. All you do is throw in a bunch of mana ramp and whatever your biggest creatures are, as long as they have trample, you're pretty much gonna do good stuff. But I like it, and I don't have a mono green deck, and I didn't have one that really did anything proper. So this is cool to have one that's actually gonna work well, and I can slowly upgrade it till it's, faster and even better. So I like it. All right, guys, there you go. Match 2 done. Your winner is Azusa, Lost But Seeking. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you saw some cool cards that you want to try in your decks. And I will see you next time.